Greetings, YouTube. One thing I've found interesting over the years is I frequently have people throwing Bible passages at me, which doesn't do a whole lot of good because I'm not Christian. The Bible really doesn't have any control over my life, at least not directly. Indirectly, it does because, well, I live in the United States of America and social conservatism is a thing. And a lot of Americans like to think that we have a Christian nation as opposed to the secular nation that we actually have. That on the books, we are actually a secular nation. We are not a theocracy, at least not as of yet. But with the exposure of just how much white supremacy there is in America, of which I freely admit that my white privilege protected me from, for the most part, for many, many decades. One of the things I've seen a lot is the justification for that bigotry, for that white supremacy, for that racism from the Bible. Christians will use all kinds of twists and turns and manipulations of the text of the Bible to justify whatever particular position they're trying to espouse in that moment. And that's really interesting because there are people using the Christian Bible, a Bronze Age book or series of books, laid down in the early part of, was written between like 200 and 400 current era, CE, using that, and it's based on things that were even older. So, we've got a good chunk of history there. There's only always one problem with the fact that there are so many white supremacists willing to use the Bible to justify their position. There aren't any white people in the Bible, not even one. That all of the people in the Bible would be, by contemporary standards, be considered brown. All of them. Not one of them would be construed as what we would perceive as Caucasian. And in fact, in the earlier Old Testament sections of the Bible, I'm not even sure that the group known as Caucasians existed in a true sense. They may have. I mean, there were people in the Caucasus, which is an actual region. But I don't think they would have been perceived as Caucasians as we do so now. But the Bible itself and all the people in the Bible, in particular, the main character in the Bible, Jesus Christ, wasn't white. And yet, the Bible is used to justify all the bigotry that they can fit in any way they want to use it. I mean, it was used to justify out-and-out slavery, let alone the contemporary versions of white supremacy. Does anyone else notice that? Is that just me? I don't think it's just me. I've heard other people say the same thing. But I want to know, in the zeitgeist that there is, both among white supremacists and Christians, do either of those groups actually comprehend that there are no white people in the Bible? I'd be interested to know that. How many Christians are aware of the fact that there are no white people in the Bible? Inquiring minds want to know. Mine in particular. Anybody got an answer?